you're still here.
Better tell Robert to get a move on if he wants a lift.
He's on his way.
Yeah, well, I'm late for market as it is.
Well, Rachel should be here for work by now. Must have been last night. She must have blotted her copybook at Kathy's. She had too much to drink.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
She had a drink every time she came to the table.
Well, it was a party.
Well, I think she's under a lot of pressure.
Is Robert coming or what?
I'll go and call him. Don't forget Andy's coming for tea. I'm really looking forward to it. Did you see her before she left? That awful girl? She wasn't in the spare room. She obviously couldn't face us in the cold light of day.
I wanted to talk to her.
Why can't I stay at home with Will?
He needs to rest.
And who was that girl? I'm not a kid.
I used to work with her father.
She's mentally ill. She's got a grudge against us.
Becky.
Where is she now?
She's gone.
Will she be back?
There's nothing to worry about, darling. No, she won't be back.
Do I have to go to school?
Come on. Let's just get back to normal, eh?
Can we get back to normal?
I can't imagine what possessed you to invite her here in the first place.
She's just a pathetic little girl.
She's psychotic. Suppose we hadn't got to Will. Would you still have invited her back? My God, you even invited her to supper.
Morning. Where have you been?
What?
Turn it down. It's not on.
What?
Having music blasting out.
Lighten up.
You've forgotten, haven't you?
No. What? It would have been Dad's birthday.
And you agreed to come to the grave with me.
Fine.
Well, you're obviously deeply distressed.
I happen to be doing something for Dad's memory that he'd have appreciated much more than a bunch of flowers.
So tell me.
You'll see.
You look very funereal, eh? Suit you.
We're going to put some flowers on Dad's grave.
So you remembered he'd have been 60 then? Thought I'd forget, didn't you?
No. He probably had some policy maturing. I bet the date was etched in your heart.
No such luck.
Pity. You could do with it.
You're quite welcome to come with us, Kim.
Thanks, Zoe, you're a sweetie, but I'd find it too emotional.
If you buy those, you can take them home and read them. If you can read.
I'm literate, me.
So, you can have them.
They're useless.
They're cooking magazines. If you want girly ones, ask your butch.
Have you got anything by Nigel Hibbert?
And who's he when he's at home?
A celebrity chef on daytime telly.
Oh, well, when do I get a chance to watch that, especially with Vic being away?
You know, it's amazing what you can do with just a few simple ingredients.
Oh, listen to Fanny Craddock.
Who?
And mine. Well, aren't you going to have them then?
Ah, getting to Autumn and find a decent bookshop.
You cheeky devil.
Can't stop to chat. Nigel's on the box in a bit.
Was this all a practical joke?
What?
You left with her, leaving the house and estate, and you concocted this kidnap business because you were afraid of coming home.
You found us out.
Right. Well, you can get out. Go on, both of you.
She's winding you up.
But she said...
It's all part of the training, isn't it? Finding out the truth, rooting out liars. Suppose it makes you a good liar.
Why have you come?
My dad couldn't make it.
I'm really sorry about what happened. He was a good man.
Yeah, he said. Breakfast, then.
I've just about given up on you.
I had a lot to think about after last night.
Yeah, it was a near thing. Kathy won't say anything.
That's not the point, Jack.
It is as far as I'm concerned. If she told Sarah...
She's here.
Hiya.
Hi.
I thought it had finally got to you. Working here during the day and then the wine bar at night.
Yeah, it has. That's why I'm here. I can't handle it anymore. Joseph's suffering. I'm going to have to find something else to do.
Well, we could alter your hours to suit.
I've thought about this long and hard. I'm sorry to let you down.
He looked up to you.
You shouldn't have talked about work.
I know why you don't.
Lives depend on it.
It was a bit tricky tracking you down within your identity. But Dad trained me well. I used my talents, and a grateful clerk showed me your file. You'd become Mr. Cairns. Dad always called you the Major.
We're very sorry about what happened to your father.
He told you then.
Tony was terribly distressed when he came home from Guatemala. He respected your father.
He killed my father.
That's a lie.
As good as.
I didn't.
Did you?
Of course he didn't. She's brainwashed you.
Well, what happened then?
Look, he's not on trial. You can't try to destroy us because something awful happened to your father.
That's what happened to our family.
Look, your father chose that way of life.
Dad, tell me what happened.
Oh, I give up.
All right.
You don't have to. You told me.
The whole story?
If you think he's some sort of callous adventurer who couldn't care less, you should have seen the state he was in when he returned.
Well, worse than other times.
Someone cuts the grass.
Just tidying it.
This isn't going to turn into some sad ritual, is it?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Can we get on?
You mean I'll end up a lonely old spinster filling my days with visits to the grave?
Did I say that? Maybe you think it,
I've got a partner.
which is more than I've got.
Did I say that? Can you see Sophie sticking around?
She would if she knows when she's onto a good thing. I don't suppose Joseph will come and cut the grass when I'm pushing up the daisies.
Of course he will.
Nah. Rachel would have found herself some proper new father for him.
You're his daddy. You have a 50-50 chance, which is better odds than I've got.
You've had boyfriends in the past.
And in the words of Terry Woods, I know which side my bread is buttered. I'm a lesbian.
I'm proud of it.
That's what I am. Come on. Let's go.
It's sad.
Yeah, that's what Dad thought.
No, not that you're gay, that you won't have kids. You'd make a perfect mother.
Sure.
You would.
You really must think you've got Kim over a barrel. You're dishing out flattery to me.
When do I ever flatter you? You're my sister. You'd be a terrific mum. End of story.
Your dad was the first one I thought of when I was putting the team together.
I remember the look on his face when he came off the phone. He said the Major rang. And I remember the look on my mum's face. But we needed the money, he said.
I know things hadn't gone too well for him in Civvy Street.
He was alive. He'd promised us a holiday out of the proceeds.
Sounds familiar.
It was a straightforward job. Escorting a businessman out of the country.
Well, what kind of businessman needs mercenaries to protect him?
If there's social unrest, it's not uncommon.
If they're drug dealers with lots of cash.
I honestly didn't know what his business was.
Didn't you think to ask?
Our job was to give him and his kids safe passage, and we did.
And Tommy Malander was expendable.
None of my men are that. He must have said. They mean everything, even more than...
Family?
We look out for each other.
So what happened when he caught one? It makes it sound like a game of cricket.
I think we all need to know.
Tommy had gone ahead to do a recce. It was near the border, and I thought a bridge was the only place they could stop us. He hadn't been gone long, and I realised the bandits were following us. We had to make a run for it.
Across the bridge and over the border.
You didn't stop for a father, did you? You drove past. You left him and you drove on past.
There were kids in our vehicle. My job was... I thought Tommy would run for cover, make his own way to safety, but... He was standing on the road, waiting for us to stop. I couldn't. I could see the bandits in the mirror and the kids crouching on the back seat.
You saved your own skin.
It could have been you or Emma on the back seat. I thought I'd never see you again. I didn't want to die.
Marlon, you look like Jarvis Cocker.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to be rich and famous like him and all.
Don't be daft.
I am.
Marlon's going to be a pop singer.
Oh, right.
Rich and famous, yeah. A pop singer, no.
Because the new rock and roll is cuisine, isn't it, Kathy?
Oh, it doesn't feel like it when I'm churning out beans on toast in the tea rooms.
I rest my case. That's cooking. I said cuisine. Cuisine a la Nigel Ibbott.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him on TV.
Need I say more?
Explain it to Alice. I need a quick word with Rachel.
Typical, isn't it? They get chauffeur driven all the way out here just to let the dogs do it on our play area. Got a good mind to tell him.
Well, you're hardly one to lecture him about the virtues of doing it on his own doorstep.
Thanks for not saying anything to Sarah last night.
Who said I'm not going to?
Well, you've got every right, especially after I went up with Chris.
I knew what I was doing then.
And I fell for it.
But do you know what you're doing? I mean, Jack and Sarah, come on!
If it helps, I've given my job up at the farm.
Rachel, that is not the point.
Kathy, I can't excuse it. I certainly didn't plan it. I didn't even want it to happen. It just did.
So it's all in the past tense, is
Yes.
it? As of last night?
Yeah.
Alice!
Pebbles.
What on earth are you doing letting your dog run loose like that?
He was only playing.
I'm going to call the police.
Well, there's really no need for that, I don't think.
Oh, we'll let them decide.
You all right, sweetheart?
Dog was only playing. It was just running along with her and knocked her over.
He's harmless, really. I'm very sorry. Treat the little girl to an ice cream, please.
No, keep it. And maybe next time you let your dog mess up your own green acres. Come on, Alice.
Well, I really am very sorry.
I'll be going then. You were off calling the coppers.
Just go, please.
It would all have come out in the end, wouldn't it? Blown his cover. The new life, if that's what you call it.
I'm the one who's to blame, not my family.
My family. Good luck to them.
Wait, I'm coming with you. I want to come with you. I want to be with you.
Don't be ridiculous.
She's worth 10 of him. At least she's honest.
Come on then.
No, Will!
Look, I'm going. I'll be in touch.
Stop him. Fetch him back.
Hostages sometimes build a bond with their captives.
Oh, for God's sake, spare me the theories. Just fetch him back.
But what about your things?
I'll manage.
You really would do a runner with me, wouldn't you?
Well, I am doing.
Sorry, sunshine. It was brilliant when you said you'd come. The look on their faces. I planned it all down to the last detail, but not that. That was the icing on the cake.
What do you mean, sorry, sunshine?
As in, there's no way I'd do a runner with you.
But what about this morning? You did it because you felt sorry for me.
No need for you to come.
I've taken half a day off specially.
So you can be regaled with lurid tales of Terry's adventures.
So you and I can talk.
But in front of him? Yes, why not? Then the whole village will know that I've made a complete and utter fool of myself. You'll be in the US of A while I face their sneers and innuendos.
We can talk about it driving over.
There's nothing left to say.
I bet.
I'm not like my dad.
It's not personal.
Well, of course it is.
Look, if I'd wanted to find a boyfriend, then I wouldn't have kidnapped one.
Please.
No.
You wouldn't have got me out of that silo, would you?
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, she's blown you out. Didn't measure up, did ya? She sussed you out like I did. You're just a toffee-nosed school kid.
Yeah, that's right.
Hiya. I'm here to see what Vic's brought me back from Brussels.
Terry's due in from Amsterdam.
Well, it won't be the same bus, will it? Don't want them comparing notes about me, eh?
Hardly the best of friends, are they?
Oh, this looks like it.
Joe.
Absence certainly does make the heart grow fonder.
We haven't had a chance to talk.
Well, later, let's meet Terry.
Can't see him, he's not on it.
Well, where the devil's Terry?
Where's Vic Windsor?
And Mr. T. Woods?
Well, both were booked on,
Yeah, we know that.
but neither of them boarded in Amsterdam.
Oh, Vic was coming from Brussels.
Well, we don't call there.
Maybe he's on another coach then.
Seems a coincidence. Mr. Windsor booked his seat next to Mr. Woods.
The evil little worm. He never went to Brussels on business. He went on the razzer with Woods.
Oh, dear.
Where are you going?
For a drink.
Will! Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Want to talk about it?
No, I'm tired.
I'm here when you do.
So am I.
Will?
Leave him.
After all that?
Because of all that.
I'm still going for that drink. Can I come?
Please.
Hey, Jack.
Andy?
Had you forgot he was coming?
Of course not. How you doing, son?
Great. How many sheep have you got now?
Oh, I've lost count.
I'll have to count them for you.
Aye.
Come sit with us, Dad.
Well, look, I'll just wash my hands first.
There, that's his body. You had forgotten he was coming, hadn't you?
Yeah, it had slipped my mind.
I suppose with Rachel leaving.
Well, it's not a problem. I'd have had to let her go soon anyway, once the harvest's in.
Do you want me to help?
Well, that's a first.
It's great having Andy back, isn't it? Just like before.
Is it?
I'll have another one, please, Al.
Go easy, Viv.
I've been abandoned.
I'm sure there is a perfectly simple explanation.
Yes, and I can imagine what it is. You could have stayed at the golf club for drinks.
If I buy that place, I can make of it what I want. And it's a big if. And one of the things that'll make it viable is the surrounding area. My only contact so far has been 2 feisty women in the park.
Yes, well, here's another. And I need a straight answer. Now, you've seen the setup. Are you going to buy it?
At the price you're asking. Now, what would you like to drink?
Hello. Gin and tonic, please.
Just a tonic for me.
I'll just have a tonic as well. I'm driving.
Driving a hard bargain. So then, landlord, how's business?
Aren't you going to introduce us?
Alan Turner, Doug Hamilton.
How do you do?
I'm Viv Windsor. I run the post office and village shop.
The hub of economic activity.
Oh, we do all right. You kept this one well hidden, didn't you?
Sarah's a brilliant cook.
Your dad cooks for you, doesn't he?
Of course, he's brilliant, especially at making beans. You're different.
Who is?
You.
I'm not.
Isn't it, Rob? Seems the same to me. You're definitely different. It's 'cause he worries. Do you worry, Jack?
Everybody worries.
Told you.
You can go up and say goodnight to Victoria now. Don't get her too excited. Oh, it's been great having him here.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
Seems to be doing okay with his dad.
I think he's not being fed properly. You see him stuffing it down.
You worry too much.
Yeah, that's what Robert says.
I think we did a good job with him.
Well, it didn't feel like it at first. Fighting, stealing.
Well, at least we saw him through it. Like the social worker said, it can be ages before you see the benefit.
Yeah, well, she could be right.
She also said that we had a lot to offer.
That's right. We deserve a medal.
If we can do something with an older kid like Andy, just think what we could do with a younger one. Why don't we inquire about long-term fostering?
Us?
Well, the farm's up and running now. We can offer a stable family home. We're perfect, Jack.
I better run Andy back. Didn't realise it was that late.
I'll make some inquiries then.
You were right, you know. It was my ego stopped me involving the police.
Maybe she should be pitied rather than punished. as long as she doesn't come back.
Why should she? Her revenge was pretty total. She demolished me in the eyes of my family. Now you can see what I'm really about.
You underestimate us. And yourself.
Face it, Becky. Charlie's up and gone.
Well, she was ready. 18, going on 25.
Look at the mess that Emma's in. And I'm lecturing them about being decent citizens. Yet I can't hack it. No, I can't even get a job.
Well, we'll start looking.
I have.
You never cut the cord with the army.
Supposing another ghost appears.
They can only touch you if you let them. Anyway, it's not just you, it's about all of us. You can't keep putting on your uniform and forgetting we exist.
It's not that easy.
Well, who said it would be? Anyway, do you realise while we've been going on about this, we haven't even discussed Jerry? Our grandchild's in care. Now, how can we sort our family out if we can't sort ourselves?
It's very quiet in here.
There's a free drinks promotion at the local wine bar.
Oh, I see. Excuse me.
He doesn't look like a man who needs free drinks.
Didn't you get the idea he was snooping?
He was probably a VAT inspector.
Ha ha.
So, what are you going to offer for the golf course? And no, I don't beat about the bush.
If you really had a string of buyers, you wouldn't be inviting offers. You'd name your price.
Price is in the brochure.
Far too high. There are too many courses and not enough paying members.
I really can't entertain time wasters.
You asked for an offer.
Go on, then.
Not just like that. People do get stung investing on a whim. I'm sure you haven't done that, have you?
I think I will have that gin.
Will? Are you all right? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Then why is everybody so miserable? It's like you aren't glad to be back.
No, I am. It's great to see you.
Is it?
Honest.
I really missed you. Will you tell me what really happened? I don't mean right now. Sometime, though.
Yeah, all right.
I hate it when people don't say what's going on. You always think it's something awful.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Not going now.
No, of course not.
Why are you dressed like that?
I felt like it.
It's nearly midnight.
Don't you like it?
No, I do. That's the trouble.
I've got a solution.
You're going to give up the dream of a lifetime and become a barmaid here.
Mm-mm. You're going to come with me.
For a moment, I really thought you had the answer.
That is the answer. You just do it.
I wish.
You can do it if you really want to.